Good morning everyone. My name is Ragulan and UG from Australian Institute of Management, and I am here to put forward my research and its finding. The topic for the day is the impact of service quality on consumer buying behavior with special reference to Sri Lankan hotel industry. So moving on, this will be the presentation outline for the entire session. And to start off with the background, Sri Lanka is one of the richest natural resource country and also a country well known for attracting the tourists with its natural beauty. Figure 1.1 shows the arrival of the tourists from the year 2006 to 2014. And it can be seen after the end of the civil war in 2009, the arrival of tourists have increased and it has increased steeply and has reached a maximum in 2015. Which technically means the hotel industry in Sri Lanka will be kept busy with sales by the tourists. And more importantly, Colombo, the commercial capital of Sri Lanka, will be kept busy. Now let us see the revenue comparison within the 5-star hotels in Colombo. With this picture in 1.2, figure 1.2, it can be seen that Hilton Colombo is the market leader. However, it was noted that the revenue of the company has started reducing from 2012 and it has come down more and more in 2015. To find out more on that, the profit variation of Hilton Colombo for the past 5 years was analyzed, and it was found that after 2012, Hilton Colombo's profit has started reducing, and in 2015 it is still reducing further. With this in mind, the problem statement was formulated based on the background of the study. The problem what Hilton Colombo has is the number of customers are reducing and their revenue has also reduced, and as a result the profit have also reduced. And the researcher hypothesized it may be due to poor service quality. Now what determines the consumer's buying behavior is there are many factors, but one of the important factor is service quality. With that being said, the research questions was formulated based on the problem statement. The first question is what are the determinants of service quality in the hotel industry and what are the contributing factors of consumer buying behavior and what is the relationship between service quality and consumer buying behavior through customer satisfaction. With that in line, the research objective was formulated where we found out the first objective is to study the determinants of service quality in the hotel industry, and the second is to explore the contributing factors of consumer buying behavior, and thirdly to find the relationship between the service quality and consumer buying behavior through customer satisfaction. With the foundation set, let us now see a few reviews from the literatures. Parasuraman et al. In 1995 stated that when seeing the quality is high, it will prompt an increment in consumer satisfaction. Later in 1993, Oliver stated that service quality would be a predecessor to consumer satisfaction, paying little mind to whether these constructs were aggregate or extreme particular. This was further supported by Akbar in 2011. Later in 2012, Kumar and Barney stated that determinants of service quality were positively connected to customer satisfaction. Now let us see the impact of customer satisfaction on consumer buying behavior. Parasuraman again in 1985 stated that consumer satisfaction is the best frame to lead consumer behavior. In the year of 2000, Baker and Crompton stated that enhancing the nature of performance and looking to upgrade the level of satisfaction will increase the guest visit. Later in 2014, Kenny stated that customer satisfaction positively influences the consumer's buying behavioral intentions. Now let us see the impact of service quality on consumer buying behavior. In a study conducted by Hanchi in 2009, he stated that service quality directly influenced consumer satisfaction. Later in 2015, Mackey et al. Stated that service quality and relational benefits have a significant effect on customer satisfaction, which in turn has a significant effect on consumers' buying behavior. This supported the past study of Cronin and Taylor in 1994, where they stated better service quality will make their customers to repurchase the product of the brand in the future. With that being said, the conceptual framework was formed based on the literature. Now, we have 5 independent variables which are tangibles, reliability, responsiveness, assurance and empathy, which are the determinants of service quality. Now, tangible shows the presence of the physical summary and physical surrounding of the location, whereas reliability shows how the organization is performing and finishing the guaranteed service. Responsiveness shows the eagerness of organization to help the client and give them a decent service. Assurance speaks about the knowledge about the hotel management has on the customers and the attitude that staff have towards the customers. Whereas empathy shows the organizations how they care towards the customers and the personal attention given to the customers from the side of hotel management. Now, customer satisfaction is playing the mediating variable role, whereas consumer buying behavior is playing the dependent variable. These studies are also used by Ragulan et al. In 1985, also by Oliver in 1993 and Akbar in 2011. Furthermore, Kenny in 2014 used customer satisfaction and consumer buying behavior to test this relationship. And based on the conceptual framework, the empirical model was formulated where it was found that consumer buying behavior is a function of consumer satisfaction, whereas consumer satisfaction is a function of service quality, that is the determinants of service quality, which are tangibles, reliability, responsiveness, assurance and empathy. Now based on that, the operationalization table was once again formulated based on the literature review. Now authors like Ragulan et al. And Crompton used these indicators to measure the tangible variable using 5-point Likert scale. Likewise, Crompton et al., Raho and Sahu also used these indicators to measure the reliability variable using the 5-point Likert scale. Likewise, these authors have used these indicators to measure this variable using 5-point Likert scale. Now let us see the techniques and procedures of the study through the research onion. Initially, the philosophy of the study is positivism because this study deals with numerical data, whereas the approach is deductive method because this study consists of both research questions and research objectives. The strategy of the study is case study method and survey method because this study involves an interview method and a semi-structured questionnaire method. And the choice of the research is mixed method because this study consists of both quantitative analysis and qualitative analysis. And the time horizon taken was cross-sectional because the data used in this study is primary data. Moving on to the sample profile, the population of the study was the Hilton customers. And among them, 60 customers were chosen, and to collect the sample of 60 customers, the simple random sampling method was used. The data collection method used was mixed method as I mentioned earlier. The qualitative data was collected using the interview method, whereas the quantitative data was collected using the semi-structured questionnaire method. And the structural equation model has been used to analyze the data, whereas the tool which was used to analyze the data was SPSS version 22 and SPSS AMOS version 21. Now to test the sample adequacy, the KMO test was performed, whereas to test the validity, the expert's validity was reviewed. And the reliability of the study was measured using Cronbach's alpha, and the model fit was found out using the GFI, PGFI and RFC. Moving on to the heart of the research, the data analysis, the sample adequacy was found to be 83.5%, which is ideally adequate. Whereas the Cronbach's alpha was found to be 85.5%, which is again ideally adequate. The model fit was analyzed using GFI, which was 95%, which is again ideally adequate. The PGFI was found to be 0.170. However, the RFC value was found to be 0.155, which was around the range. Moving on to the estimation of the empirical model, the table 12.1 shows the relationship between the independent variable with the mediating variable. And it can be seen that assurance, tangibles, and responsiveness are positively influenced by customer satisfaction, and it is significant at a 95% confidence interval. Whereas table 12.2 shows the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable through the mediating variable. And it can also be seen that assurance, tangibles, and responsiveness are positively influenced by consumer buying behavior, and it is significant under 95% confidence interval. Moving on, these two cases were found by qualitative analysis to support the quantitative findings of the study. And finally, coming on to the findings of the study, it was found that tangibles, assurance, responsiveness, and empathy are positively related to customer satisfaction, and hence the consumer's buying behavior. Out of which means tangibles customers are more focused and more concerned about the presence of the physical surrounding, how centralized the location is, and they are more focused on how eagerness the hotel management shows towards satisfying the customers and make them happy. However, it was found to be that assurance was the critical dimension out of all these variables, which means customers are more focused on the knowledge that the hotel management have on the customers. They need to know what the customers' needs and wants are. And empathy was found to be the least critical dimension, where it means that customers are less focused on the personal attention and care is given. However, reliability was found to be inversely related with consumers' buying behavior, which is consistent with the study of Akbar in 2011, where he also had the same problem. At this moment, I would like to say what Parashuraman said about reliability. He said, even if it is a valid variable, reliability is the capacity to perform the guaranteed benefit constantly and precisely. Which means, even if it is a valid variable, customers see it as a compulsory contribution, but not as an essential contribution. And it is not an essential contribution to make the purchaser purchase at Hilton Colombo. Moving on, the further research can be conducted incorporating the other star hotels in the Colombo city. Moreover, there could be a research conducted based on how customers' attitude towards service quality, which probably would be my next research. And these are the limitations of the study, and these are the references used in the study. Thank you very much.